I feel the touch of hands so kind and tender. They're leading me in paths that I must trod. I have no fear when Jesus walks beside me, for I'm sheltered in the arms of God. So let the storm.
Hi, welcome to Verse of the Day. My name is Brandon Hathaway. I'm a preacher at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky, and I want to thank you for joining me today. If you follow me from day to day on my verses of the day, you'll know that I'm doing this later in the afternoon. As I stated when hunting season came in, that'll happen from time to time. So I went out into the woods this morning, did see some stuff, but didn't shoot anything. So I do thank you for your patience, but now we'll go ahead and get into the verse of the day since I'm delayed and late on that. So today's verse of the day is Proverbs chapter 24, Proverbs 24, and looking at verses 17, 18, and then verse 29. And so as you read here, it says, "Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it, and he be despised, and turn away his anger from him." And then verse 29 says, "Do not say, I will do him as he has done to me. I will pay the man back for what he has done." And so I believe it's really a good verse to keep in mind, good verses to keep in mind as we think about our enemies, when we consider those who might have done you wrong, whether they've made fun of you, whether they've beat you up, whether they have talked about you behind your back, and we go through variety of trials and persecutions that we might go through. And yet verse 17 and 18 says, "Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles." I mean, how often is it that it's just something happens to somebody and you say, "That's about time," or we get caught up, well, he'll get what's coming to him, and yet verse 29 says, I do not say I will do him as he has done to me. We have to remember, yes, God will take vengeance, and we trust in God that he'll give a just judgment to all who have done evil in this world. But my lesson yesterday was talking about our service and love and loving one another. And that's just not an attitude of love if we're continuously mindset of vengeance and a mindset of getting revenge and justice, and as we might say, but rather a mind that we want them to turn from their sins and to seek forgiveness and to repent. And just because one turns to God and asks for forgiveness doesn't mean that there's not consequences upon this earth that they will still have to face, but with God, that their sins can be forgiven still. And so we need to have that loving heart. If this was God's attitude with us, that he rejoiced when we all fell, then again, he'd be rejoicing all the time. But also to the point that if he's going to pay back for what we have done, we'd all be gone by now. This world would be done for. There'd be nothing left. But yet he's so long-suffering and patient and loving and forgiving that we have life today. And so we must be thankful for that. So let us continue to strive to be like God. Again, read the rest of the chapter here. Certainly plenty in here for everybody to read. I know there's a couple of different proverbs that I was thinking about using for today, but landed on those. So I thank you again for joining me today. I hope that everybody has a blessed day, and Lord willing, talk to you later.